What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the top 10 point guards right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, I'm going to start off by saying we're including secondary positions because, I want a guy like Donovan Mitchell, for example, to be on this list. And same thing with like a Pink Diamond Iverson. He's going to be ran at the point guard position instead of that shooting guard list. Now, the Galaxy Opals, Chris Paul, Gilbert Arenas, they're not going to be included in this list. If you're wondering why, well, they're not attainable yet. So if nobody has them in the game, there's no point of them being on this list. Now, before we dive into it, man, make sure you smash that subscribe button. We're on the road towards 110,000 subscribers. Now, honorable mention goes out to Brandon Jennings. He's not going to be on this. Why? Well, defensively, he's horrible. Yes, he's going to be an absolute bucket getter. I get that. But there's a limit to how good Brandon Jennings honestly can be. So we're going to start it off at number 10 on this list. Plugging in Amethyst Marcus Smart. 6'4", 6'8", wingspan, height spots from both corners. Now, from like if this was a list and we were not including any of the Pink Diamond, reward lock-ins, whatever you want to call them, trophy set lock-ins, he would be top 5. But that's the problem. We are including those. But he is a top 5 auctionable or, reward that's not that Pink Diamond trophy case. And that's impressive for an Amethyst. 78 3 ball, 86 speed, 94 lateral quickness. It was between him and Brandon Jennings, and I just think in general Marcus Smart gives you more on the basketball court. Now, offensively, release-wise, it's okay. It's easy to green. It's not necessarily the best release in the game. Movement-wise, not great. But on the defensive end of the court, he is very solid and very stout. And honestly, if you're a defense head like me, Marcus Smart could even play at that shooting guard position. Like for me, I'm running Steph Curry and Donovan Mitchell at my point guard position. And then honestly, my backup shooting guard is Ja Morant, Ruby, the starter Ruby card. A great replacement for that Ja Morant would be Marcus Smart because he, in general, is the better overall card. Coming in here at number 10. At number 9, we're going to plug in. A lot of these Pink Diamond trophies are going to be pretty much the same. We're plugging in Pink Diamond Jeremy Lin. 89 3-ball, good driving dunk, good ball handler, 92 speed, 88 lateral quickness. Defensively, not great, okay? And why is he not great? Well, you're going to have to apply clamps to him. That's a big thing. And then, give him some ankle braces, some badges like that. Now, a fully badged out Jeremy Lin, I think you can make the case. And this is how close number 1 and number 9 are. I think you can make the case that a fully badged out Jeremy Lin could be number 1 on this list. Now, why do I not think so? Well, I don't know. Again, a lot of this is new. I don't know exactly what that release is like. His leaner, I don't think is very good. Ja dribble style is fine. Jeremy or Kobe size of safety is good. He's got some things going for him. I'm just gonna basically say because of how he's been in past years, I can't be any higher on Jeremy Lin. It's that simple. If he comes out and shows us something, maybe he'll be a top 3 point guard. But right now, I got him at number 9. At number 8, I got Stephen Curry's Amethyst Limitless version. Now, you guys are probably like, what? Amethyst Steph over Pink Diamond Jeremy Lin? That doesn't even make sense. Well, you guys might be right. Maybe that doesn't make sense. But if you know how to use Steph Curry offensively, this card is so good. And honestly, I think his defense is, I think a lot of people talk about how bad he is defensively. I think that's overrated, right? Defensively, early on in my team, he's got a 78 lateral quickness, decent enough perimeter. He's got bronze, pink dodger, and ankle braces that can be upgraded. I think he's just fine. If you know how to play defense, I know how to play defense. I've not had that many issues with Steph Curry on the court. Animation-wise, Steph base on normal timing, Steph fade, Steph dribble style, Steph size of escape, Curry escape. He's got so much going for him. He's been my point guard on my road to 250K for the last week and a half. And I've absolutely had no trouble with basically anybody because of Steph Curry. Now, if you do want to give him the duo, you can. Does it really help Steph that much? Not really. I'm just going to be honest with you. Gives him bronze interceptor, which does help, but it doesn't do too much for him. So honestly, I don't really worry about doing the duo, although Del Curry is really, really, really good. At number 7 for me, right now, again, this is all subject to change. We're plugging in trophy case reward Steve Nash. Now, you can make the case between him and Jeremy Lin, who the better card is. Now, why do I take Steve Nash over a guy like Jeremy Lin. And we're going to talk about it because a lot of people, if you're a big Jeremy Lin fan and if you think he's better, I get why you guys might be upset that I think Steve Nash is the better card. Because when you compare the cards side by side, which we're going to do here, Jeremy Lin has a lot of advantages to him. Let's just start with this, okay? The reasons I like Steve Nash more. The +5 3 ball I think is going to be very helpful. The speed with ball is helpful. He's faster. The only real thing Jeremy Lin's got a strong advantage over him is in that interior defense, which that matters. That and block does matter. But that's really, in my opinion, the only thing that Jeremy Lin has over him. Now, as far as the dribble style, as far as the size up, a lot of that stuff, again, it's time will tell with those things. I've just felt like in years past, Steve Nash has given me more trouble than Jeremy Lin. So you could have Jeremy Lin at number 7 on this list and Steve Nash at number 9. I'm not going to be the one to argue it. I think both cards are very solid in my team. At number 6, I'm plugging in Pink Diamond Russell Westbrook, 6'3", 6'7" wingspan. If you ask people who have locked in Russell Westbrook what they think of him, most people are going to say they like him. And same thing with Derrick Rose. But a lot of people will tell you that they like somebody else a little bit better, and we're going to talk about that later on in this video. Now, for Russell Westbrook, what are the pros? Well, the pros he has Hall of Fame Clint, Barraker, Dimer, and Quick First Step, as well as a ton of finishing badges. What are the cons to Russ? Well, he's got a 50 interior. He's not complete on the defensive end of the court. Shooting-wise, 78 3-ball with no hot spots, leaves a little bit to be desired. Does have a decent release, I'll say it. I've used him, decent release. Movement-wise is fine. That's not the problem with Russ. But can he knock down consistent shots? Can he green lightlies? Those are the questions you might have to ask with Russ. I did a gameplay of Russ. I actually like the card quite a bit. He's a top 6 point guard to me right now in my team. Now, a card I haven't used that I have watched a gameplay of is Steve Francis. Now, the gameplay I watched of Steve Francis, his release is pretty baited, I would say. But I still feel like as an overall card, he gives you that little bit more than Russell Westbrook. And you guys might want to argue with me. But what I would say is this. He's going to finish just as good as Russ. Playmaker-wise, going to be probably better than Russ, at least dribbling-wise. And defensively, they're basically the same. Steve Francis' release does get the jaw dribble style. He can move and groove in general. Again, with all these Pink Diamond point guards, it's going to be preference. You could have Jeremy Lin over Steve Francis and Russ Westbrook. You could have Steve Francis all the way down at number 9. It's really preference, but this is where I think Steve Francis lands at number 5. At number 4 here, we're plugging in another version of Steph Curry. This one is the diamond version. 94 3-ball, decent driving dunk, good 2-ball ball handle, 89 speed, 83 lateral quickness. The big upgrade from Amethyst Curry to Diamond Curry comes on the defensive end of the court. I get he gets some more Hall of Fame badges, which does help him. But he gets that silver interceptor, which matters. Gets, some more of those defensive badges. And that is super important. Do a lot of people sleep on Steph Curry? I think so. Now, if you go and look at the Diamond Steph Curry in the auction house, he's still going to be priced up a little bit, right? He is still going to be pretty expensive. He's not even a buyout. But why is that? Okay, let's talk about why Steph Curry is still really expensive. Well, one of the reasons is that Pink Diamond Curry is going for like $400K right now. And it's just because we don't have that next great point guard yet in the auction house. Marcus Smart is good, but we don't have that next great option. A lot of these cards are reward cards. Steph is the only one you can just go out and buy. That's why he is super expensive. Animation-wise, going to be the exact same as that Amethyst version. Now, at number 3, we're plugging in who I think is going to be the best Pink Diamond Trophy Case point guard and Pink Diamond Derrick Rose. 98 speed, 88 lateral quickness, great finishing badges, some good playmaking badges. He is very similar to Russell Westbrook in general. I honestly think Russ is the better defender. Now, you guys might be asking, okay, Ty, well, what does Derrick Rose have going for him over Russell Westbrook? Here's what you need to know. He has one hotspot from 3, which is better than none. He has an 84 3-ball instead of a 78 3-ball, which does matter. And he's got basically that same release that he's had in past years in that Derrick Rose release. Now, again, you could have Rose at number 6, 7. I'm not going to argue it. A lot of it is preference-based. I do think D-Rose lacks quite a few badges. Limitless, you got to give him some of these defensive badges. And that's where things get tough. But I do like Derrick Rose in general, especially if you give him a coach that does boost that 3-point jump shot. At number 2, the guy that a lot of people are preferring. I can't tell you guys how many of the people that have Derrick Rose that say Donovan Mitchell is better. You guys want to know why Donovan Mitchell is better? look at the total badges. Donovan Mitchell has 43 base badges on the base card. Derrick Rose has 29 badges. That's plus 14 badges. Like, duh. Of course people are going to like Donovan Mitchell better. Another reason, you can upgrade basically all of his badges. So, you know, you see all the badges. Yes, most of them are upgradable. He can get clamps. He can get unpluckable. He doesn't even come with unpluckable, which is kind of crazy. Can give him limitless. Defensively, way better than a lot of those pink diamond rewards like Steve Francis, Russell Westbrook, Derrick Rose. None of those cards are going to defend nearly as good as Donovan Mitchell. I know Donovan's a little bit shorter, but he more than makes up for it. Still has that Hall of Fame quick first step. You give him unpluckable. Honestly, he doesn't even need limitless range. I've been using Diamond Donovan Mitchell on my account. He doesn't need limitless. He greens from anywhere on the court anyways. He comes in at number 2. You guys might be wondering who's at number 1. It's the pink diamond Stephen Curry. Why is he number 1? Well, let's start with this. If you know how to use him, there is no higher powered offensive card in the entire game. A 97 3 ball. A 97 3 ball with Agent 3 and catch and shoot Deadeye in limitless range. He has every shooting badge in the game. Okay, let's go down to playmaking. Maybe his playmaking's not super good. Yeah. Look at these playmaking badges, guys. He's got basically everything you could possibly ask for, from ankle breaker to unpluckable. You can upgrade the quick first step. Defensively, he at least gets bronze clamps, silver interceptor. You can give him, you know, some of those badges if you want, like off-ball pest. This card is an underrated defensive player. He is. How many of these point guards have we talked about where we're like, dang, defensively, you know, they don't have a great speed. They don't have a great lateral quickness, whatever the case may be. Now, I get on the interior, right? He's still not going to be great, right? A 60 interior with the 48 block is not great. But you can't sit here and deny that on the defensive end of the court, he's underrated. I just don't think you can do all of Steph's triple stigs with Steph Curry base. Then you're going to be hard pressed in my team to find a better point guard than Stephen Curry. So, in general, guys, that is my point guard list, starting at number 10 from Marcus Smart, working all the way to that pink diamond Steph Curry. Brandon Jennings is an honorable mention. I would say anywhere from 9 to 1, you could have those guys interchangeable. Even 10 to 1, if you really wanted to have those guys interchangeable, you definitely could. I want to know your thoughts on my point guard list down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.